Hello class and welcome to your week 2 LPI individual assignment. This assignment is going to be based on the report that we provided you last week. Last week you filled out the questionnaire and submitted it for not only yourself but for an observer, and what we did was we created a report or a profile which we provided you. That profile is what you're supposed to be reviewing. So let's go ahead and take a peek at what that profile should look like. So you've got a leadership profile that's going to have a combination of different information for you you're going to need to glean through and really understand. The report has got tremendous information for you on how to understand the 5 principles of exemplary leadership. It's going to walk through which questions fall into which of these categories. It's going to give you information about your report, and it's going to give you a summary view. That summary view is very easy to read. You'll be able to see on that 10-point scale where you rank or rate. So that's really a great way to view it. And then it'll break down in each one of these sections what it looks like from the self. In this example here, that's the top view. And then it creates an average. That average view is going to be a merging of what we refer to as that self view and the observer view. So you're going to get an average view. You'll be able to see if you ranked yourself higher than other people did that were the observer for you, and then an average, depending on how many profiles you load into this. You'll be able to then go in and understand what the standard deviation for each of these areas is. So you'll be able to understand how high or low some of these actually are. You'll be able to flag areas that you think may be inaccurate. So if you get certain scores, you may look at that and say that just doesn't seem right or feel right. In addition to that, it's going to break down each one of the questions that was provided to you and where they fall into which model and what the scoring for it was, and compared to other people. So you're really going to get a good sense of what this profile is going to look like. So I want to make sure you've really got a good sense of that profile, and then you're going to pull up the question template that we've got for you. So you'll click on this, and what I do is I download it by paper. I get a paper copy of it, and then what I would do is I would look at each one of the questions. The first one, and let me go ahead and pull it up for you. The first one's going to ask you, what do you think was your biggest leadership strength? Identify it and explain why. You're going to need to fill that question out, identify exactly the information that we're requesting for you. So the first one is your strengths. Those are going to probably be the areas that you see the highest response or the highest or increased numeric for yourself in the grading. The next question is going to be the biggest weakness. Those are going to be areas or gaps, areas that you might have gotten graded low on. And what we were asking you to do is reflect, really do an analysis of that report that you got and answer these questions. You've got the first two, which is going to be your biggest strength, your biggest weakness, and then you've got clarifying values, setting the example, envisioning the future, and there's a second page. So you've got a total of 12 questions that are required to be completed. You must complete all 12 questions to get full credit. Now, I've also created a grading rubric for you so that you can take a peek at the grading rubric. You can see how many points are available for which questions. You must answer each question to get the full points. So remember that. This assignment is worth 20 points. The only way you can get full credit is to go ahead and fill this template back out, send it in. So I need that submitted into the gradebook. Have a great week, and I look forward to us talking more about the LPI inventory tool in our lectures and in our threaded discussions. Our discussion activities are going to pull at this along with other things that we're going to explore during this session. Have a great week.